Joining us live in studio is Dr. Mark Hiatt, Executive Medical Director of Regence BlueCross BlueShield of Utah. Doctor, when I saw this, and we heard it in the news last week, that life expectancy in the U.S. has dropped, I thought, what is causing that, and by how much?
Well, Amanda, not by very much. In fact, life expectancy has, in fact, dropped by about a tenth of a year. That's about 37 days. Now, Americans on average can now expect to live about 79 years. Women can still expect to live longer than men at about 81 years versus 76 for men.
Okay. So what's the big takeaway out of all this, do you think?
The big takeaway is really for the first time since 1993, life expectancy has actually gone down instead of up.
Yeah.
Now, the leading causes of death, Brian, have remained the same, with heart disease and cancer topping the list. The good news is that there are things that you can do to significantly reduce your risk of developing both. Three things: eat right, exercise, and don't smoke.
And we know these things.
I know, I was
we
going to
just
say
have to apply them.
Yeah.
See if we can get that
We
moving
hear
in the
those a
opposite
lot,
direction.
right.
Let's talk for a moment about testosterone therapy. I know this is something that many people have pursued, some are interested in, and have not pursued yet. Is this something that is linked to health issues that we should know about?
Yes, Amanda. According to a new study, testosterone treatment can increase a man's risk of potentially fatal blood clots. Now, these are clots that form in the deep veins of our bodies. And if they break free, they can, through the circulatory system, spread elsewhere in our body and potentially block flow to the heart, in which case we develop a heart attack, or to the brain, in which case we may develop a stroke.
This is deep vein thrombosis, is it not? Because that was that NBC reporter I recall back in the invasion of Iraq in 2001, 2002. David, I think was his first name. He died over there from something just similar to this, and I guess this testosterone therapy can lead to that?
Yes. Now, Brian, the odds are very low still.
Okay.
But if you have an underlying risk for developing this deep venous thromboembolism, you should weigh the risks and benefits of testosterone treatment. And the way you know if you're in this subgroup is if you're obese, if you've been immobile for a long time, if you are of advanced age, or if you've had prior episodes of developing these blood clots.
Next week, when you join us, let's talk a little bit about migraines, because I don't want to give this topic short shrift, and whether or not things like a change in the weather can trigger migraines. I know so many people suffer from that. So let's bring that up next week, if you would, Doctor.
Sounds good.